Hey guys, Zor here from ZorGameGeek.com, here today to talk to you about the Savage World setting Deadlands. They just had a Kickstarter where they are releasing or creating the latest edition of Deadlands for their Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. And I backed that Kickstarter and I was given a pre-production review copy as part of my backing level. And I've had a chance to review it. I have an article up at zorgamegeek.com/Deadlands where I give a full review of the new Deadlands book. I'm here today to talk to you about one of those features of the Deadlands settings, and that is fear level. Now, don't be confused with your standard Deadlands, where you have fear effects and you have to make fear checks or gut rolls to be able to resist that fear, and if you fail, you have to run away, you have negative penalties as long as that source of fear is in sight. That's still present in Deadlands, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fear levels, because the in-world fiction, the fantasy behind the Weird West, is there are these evil malevolent beings called the Reckoners who have entered into the world and have caused evil spirits called Manitous. That is a Native American word for evil spirits, and has caused Manitous to infest people, to infest the land, to infest creatures, and it perverts and the Reckoners feed off of the fear of the populace. And so there are different fear levels. 0 is pretty common and normal, just, you know, sunny days, no big problems, just normal setting. Then you have fear level 1 where things are a little odd, fear level 2, and that is the default setting. The shadows are a little bit longer, things just feel a little off. You can go out at night, but really should you? And if you do, maybe you should carry a weapon, and if you have a weapon, maybe you should have a friend with a weapon as well. Then you get to fear level 3, where those critters, you know, you're aware that monsters exist now, and you're afraid of them. At 2, you may not have seen them. At 3, boy, you're seeing them out on the edges of town. They're kind of wandering in a little bit closer. The shadows, again, are getting darker. You're hearing weird whispers on the wind. You're having daytime terrors, essentially. And going out at night, ooh, should you? And boy, maybe one friend isn't good enough. Maybe you need a couple of friends to go out at night just to be safe. Then we have fear level 4. Fear level 4 is, those shadows going out at night is dangerous. Maybe you got to take 10 people with you and you're all armed. Probably best just to stay indoors, you know? And those critters that were kind of skirting at the edge, they're coming into town. People are disappearing, and you're finding them, but maybe you're finding them one dismembered leg at a time. So weird things are happening. At fear level 5, then it's ratcheting up even farther. Those blue skies are an eerie blue. It never gets really bright light during the day. Those shadows are long and weird. Those cliff faces that you can see, those bluffs out there, maybe there's a weird skull face that kind of fades in and out of them. Those voices you hear in the wind, maybe they're the voices of your dead mother, or your dead friends, or your comrades during the Civil War speaking to you from beyond the grave. Those creatures are taking even more people at night, and you may not even want to go outside at night with a full posse. Then at fear level 6, also called Deadland, rocks look like skulls, or maybe they are skulls. Creatures attack towns. You are afraid during the day. You're afraid at night. It is oppressive and just anchoring, and your fear is ever present, and flowers don't last more than a day. They wither and die. There's weeds everywhere. Crops don't grow well. Your animals are sickly. And your job, one of your jobs as adventurers in Deadlands, is to try to lower those fear levels. And the way you do that is by spreading hope. And the way to spread hope is you have to go and do some sort of heroic deed or act. You have killed or conquered some supernatural creature in the area. The band of outlaws that was robbing the town and plaguing the town, you've taken care of them. You found the missing children and brought them back to town. But that's not all. You now have to tell the tale of your heroics. You have to let the people in that town know, or in that region know, that things are safer, because that fear level is based upon the populace's fear, and you have to reassure them. And so there's this storytelling technique where you use a persuasion or performance role, and your other people in your group can support you to give you bonuses to that role. And if you are a success, that fear level goes down by 1. So that is part of the dynamics, the regional dynamics of the Deadlands role-playing game system. If you want to learn more about Deadlands, then please visit zorgamegeek.com/Deadlands to read my article. Again, that is zorgamegeek.com/Deadlands, where I have a full review of the Deadlands setting book for the Savage Worlds role-playing game system. All right, thanks for watching. Keep gaming.